pocket red glare, reppin' USA, so she go crazy. Wait for it, 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 hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the dream team is in the house. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Latino Free Minds. I am your host, Gio. This is my co-host, Christian. Christian, how you doing?
You know, it's always a little weird, Joe, because sometimes I think I should say my own name, but then I'm like, I think he should say
Say your name.
He says
Say my name. Say my name.
I don't know. How would I start it off? I'd go, yo, hey, what's
Hey,
yo?
hey. I don't know.
No,
How would you say it?
I don't
You
know.
start the show. You
All
start
right,
the
go,
show
let's
today.
start it again.
You
No,
start the show.
go.
Restart.
How do we start? Restart. Go. 25 minute rockin' minute. Go. You going crazy? Go, Gio.
Like redo how I started today
Exactly how we
with
did.
the same energy. Oh
going
shit.
crazy.
Let's try it. You gotta do the Kanye intro.
That's Kanye?
I don't know who it is.
I don't know who it is.
I'm not gonna
Good.
lie to you.
Go.
Shit. You got me on the spot now. You got me on the spot. What song did I even start singing? I sang a song at the beginning.
You sang a song, but I was just singing the intro song.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Latino Free Minds. I am your host, Gio.
And I'm Christian.
Oh, snap. Oh,
We
snap.
can do that.
Hey, can we pre-record it? Can we
Yeah.
pre-record it? Producers, pre-record it so we don't have to do this every time. Christian, how's it going, brother?
It's going good, dude. Did you catch the World Cup?
What was that?
I know this is a politic podcast, but you know, did you see the World Cup?
Well, since this is a political podcast, we might as well go ahead and talk about the World Cup. And we might as well go ahead and talk about the World Cup. I don't want to hear myself breathing when I go to the gym later and re-listen.
Oh no!
Sound like you remember that cartoon Rugrats with was it Rugrats that Chucky would breathe?
I think it was Chucky who breathed through his mouth.
It was Chucky, and then Hey Arnold, there was a kid that breathed heavy too, isn't it?
Yeah. The one with the odd shaped head. They all had odd shaped heads in that show. Good show.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, Gio, so Spain won the World Cup. Not a fan of either of those teams. But
I mean, you know, some people might say that the Mossad had something to do with it. I don't know about all that. I don't know.
I think the Mossad would be on Argentina's side. So I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't know about all that.
I think Netanyahu said Messi's his boy. So I think if you're gonna aim,
well, Messi is he is the greatest.
Well, I'm just saying. I was completely hate watching Messi lose. Not a single shot on target for 90 minutes. That's a whole soccer game. Ha ha. Anyways,
Messi, it's like, did he even touch the ball, dude?
I'm sure he was touching balls, dude. Nah, dude. Anyways, World Cup's over. That was pretty fun.
I appreciate you moving on from it. You know, it does hurt quite a bit.
I'm over it, but I heard, you know, your boy Donald Trump wants to the very next available one. He wants to do it here, and I'm all for it, dude. But we gotta cut Mexico and Canada off, or maybe just Canada. We could cut just Canada off.
You know what? It makes me sick that Donald Trump is a weak president. If he wants to have it here. Sorry, adjusting the microphone. If he wants to have it here, if he wants to host it here, just host it here. You don't gotta ask for it. Just take it.
You gotta apply. Oh well, yeah, you could. We could give him some freedom.
Yeah, we can
talk to freedom.
Wait a minute. Where's it supposed to be played next?
Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the next bid was going to be in Saudi Arabia, and then I'm not sure.
Saudi Arabia. Wait a minute. Saudi Arabia has oil.
They got money, baby. They got money.
Get the B-52s ready.
Everything's gonna be nice out there. I'll
Get
tell
that
you that.
discombobulator ready to go.
I didn't go to any World Cups over here in U.S., but I might go to a Saudi Arabia game. I'll tell you that. So
Oh
I'm
snap!
just saying. Hey, if I go, dude, my BBG is gonna have to follow the rules. She's gonna have to suit up.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
I think you get started today, Christian.
What?
I think you just start
Practicing?
have her start wearing a burqa today.
Practicing?
Did you see my clip that I put
All
out
for it.
and everybody lost their mind, dude?
Oh no, Gio.
Muslims gonna
Well,
get
you say some things, Gio, sometimes. But
Uh,
Gio, we live in a place where you can say some things sometimes. So I think it works out. I don't. Can you? I don't. Could you get away with it in China? What you said about a particular leader or any leader in any other country in any other?
hey,
No,
you know
huh?
what?
No, I think it's just here. Well, you said
That's
it. What'd you say?
that's true. What war in Iran? There's no wars going on,
Why are you even bringing it up, dude? We're still talking
bro.
about the war, dude. I'm trying to
Dude,
talk to you about.
because a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
they said it ended.
All
They
right.
said it ended, dude.
I
So
thought it
so
ended a couple times. Now,
so on March 1st, 2026, an Iranian drone attack hit U.S. forces in Kuwait, and it started the war. Remember that on March 1st? That's what they said
March 1st.
that they started the war, and there were some ceasefires in between, but the real
I like
ceasefire,
ceasefires. I like some ceasefires.
dude, but this real ceasefire happened last month on June 17th.
Mm-hmm.
We signed it
I
formally,
remember.
and they were great. They were amazing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We loved Iran then. We were
I
Trump
did.
was ready to French kiss their
We
leader.
don't love Iran anymore.
He was like he was ready to meet him in Turkey, and they were gonna French kiss on national
The
TV,
gay prime
on
minister.
global TV.
The gay
Yes,
Khomeini.
Turkey.
Oh,
See, Turkey was a little bit more conservative,
yeah.
but Turkey, Turkey.
Turkey BGTQ plus.
Turkey, LGBTQ, and over there they were gonna French kiss on global
Ooh.
TV, and it turns out that between the 6th and the 8th, Iran attacked commercial ships in the Strait of
You mean
Hormuz.
6-7?
They've violated the deal. They're scum.
Who did?
They're
We
the
did?
scum of the earth. I was just on the phone with a good friend of mine, and he confirmed that the Iranian leadership are scum. And everybody knows here in Turkey, LGBTQ plus. Yeah, so that happened, right? They attacked us first. So on the
They did.
8th,
Let's make it clear.
the war that was supposed to be over, we declared the ceasefire over, and we launched we launched on 80 Iranian targets. At least 80.
Yeah.
Right? We talked about that last week, Christian. We talked about that last week.
80.
And unfortunately,
You know, if the number's 80, you got to multiply it by 3.
yeah. Well, look, I want to get serious here because
Oh, no.
I'm going to drop some very bad news.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
And this is the thing. I wanted to start out with the worst news first.
Is it?
And first of all, it's because we want to show respect for the news that we're about to share next.
Oh, no. I should.
Okay. We just had the deadliest week since this conflict started, right? Since the conflict started, there are 18 Americans that have died. In the last week, I think they said that there was 4, right? Yes, confirmed 4.
That was 4 too many then.
It might have been 3. Yeah, I think it's 3. I'm gonna read the names. First Lieutenant Tyler James Feehan, 25 years old, from Iwa Beach, Hawaii, killed on the 17th. Private Isabella Gonzalez, 19, from Carlton, Texas, killed July 17th. Sergeant Michael Emmanuel Swinton, 30 years old, from Fayetteville, North Carolina, killed July 19th. Total deaths since the war started is 18. Nearly 100 troops injured since July 7th alone. Two views on what happens next. Iran violated the ceasefire, and the United States had to respond. So we can't let Iran control 20% of the world's oil, right? And then
Tricky.
on the other side, Congress never authorized the war, and 18 Americans are dead. So when are we going to start talking about an exit strategy? Obviously, when you talk about deaths, I mean these are young people, man. I mean, 19 years old, Isabella Gonzalez, barely got her life started. Just graduated high school. I mean, 18 months ago, she was still in high school.
Yeah.
Right? Actually, could have been just last year. So it's very, very sad situation. Nobody wants to be at war. It sucks. It sucks, man. Anyways, we move on. We digress. We move on with the news. And for those of you that are new to Latino Free Minds, we do monitor the comments. So if you want to share something, if you want us to comment back, feel free to put some messages in there. So huge respect and love to the families that have lost loved ones. We keep them in your prayers. They are American, and their sacrifice should never be forgotten.
Yeah. 100%.
Man, I hope we can. Christian, the oil is just not worth it for me.
I think we got some over here. Then we can start digging.
That's what they say. That's what they say. Continuing to talk about Trump. Did you see he came out and talked this week?
Yeah, a lot of sneaky business, dude. Are you seeing what's developing or developed during that election, dude? That's nuts. Governors are coming out going, there's a little bit of, some immigrants voting. There's a few immigrants, I think like 6,000 got registered to vote. Did you see that one? I'll have to pull that one up, man, because that's just recent. I mean, I saw it right before I logged on.
Dude, go ahead and pull that up.
Pause.
I want to talk about his speech that he came out and did over the weekend. Yeah, a lot of people send me the links, and by all means, please send when you see something, send it. I need to be informed. Unfortunately, I tuned in to watch it. Christian, did you watched it, right?
I watched the.
So Trump comes out, and he's like, he's into himself, man. The guy loves himself. He loves to talk about how great he's done. He's every time he gets on camera, he's like, man, we started out, dude. I get it. Like, you don't have to do the auto jerk, right? The self Bayesian, the auto, I'm trying to say it without saying it. Yanking his own turkey neck,
You're hitting on the guy.
Yeah, man. I mean, you love yourself. I get it. You love yourself. You want to talk about all the great things you've done. But for goodness sake, get to the point. Tell us what you came out to say. So after he came on himself, he explained that China has acquired 220 million U.S. voter files with names, addresses, phone numbers, and political preferences. Okay? What do you think they're doing with that, Christian? What do you think China's doing with our information?
I'm not getting paid for it.
Look, the next bit of information he came out with might upset you. 270,000 to 278,000. Let's just keep it low, okay? 270,000 non-citizen registered to vote. Non-citizens registered to vote in federal elections. Sometimes I can't say the words.
Dude,
Wow.
my favorite part is when he dropped the website. He's like, and if you go to www.notgov.com. No, he didn't say that, but like I was like, ah, dude, he's giving he's annotating his his research. So
There's a note in there, guys. There's a you know what? I'm not even gonna read it. I'm not gonna read that. We don't talk about our ally. We don't care if they're we don't care if our greatest ally is influencing us. It's the other countries. Okay, listeners. Michigan. In Michigan, in 2020 Michigan election, the alleged voter registration fraud scheme. There's an alleged voter registration fraud scheme going on in Michigan. And Donald Trump says it was covered up.
yeah.
Voting machines were vulnerable to hacking. Right? But look, here was the best part of Trump's speech. Okay? The best part of it was he said he was going to release the information to us. He declassified the documents and released them. Okay? So we can go on and go see the information ourselves. I think it's important because, for years, we've been saying, no, there's fraud going on. There's fraud going on. And people go, there's no evidence. And Trump just said, you know what? The evidence is right there. You go figure it out for yourselves. Decide for yourselves.
And I did, Gia. I went, clicked on the website, and I went, oh, it's right there. Someone should do something about it.
Yeah.
But it's right there. I see it. Look, I'm going through it.
So, Mullin came out a few days later. On the 21st, the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Mullin, he
Yeah, sneeze there, Gio.
he sent a threat out, brother.
Ooh, threat or
fines up to $250,000 and up to 5 years in prison.
4?
5 years.
4?
Is it cutting out?
No,
5
I'm saying.
years.
No, I'm saying like 4
for election fraud. For election fraud. 4 years. No, it's 5 years. It's 5 years.
5, damn it. I said 5.
For election fraud. So he's coming out in response to what Trump came out and said. Well, and he's demanding states run through the voter rolls, and he's calling for the Federal Save Act to get passed. And he wants states to put their data into the Federal Save database. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot
of
stuff.
California, obviously, we live in California, Christian. All these people that, all this shenaniganery that people have been claiming here in California. They consistently talk about California, and it's because we've been in the news lately.
We sure have.
Unfortunately, apparently there were some shenanigans going on in Los Angeles.
Why you think since we're talking about money here, why you think I brought out my Gucci hat? Huh?
Big baller.
Why do you think I got
I'm wearing my custom Latino Free Minds hat.
I'll do it out here.
Available.
You got a little of hospice there, a little bit
at leadunite.com. If they're still in stock. I don't know if they're still in stock. I don't know what is still in stock over there, but hey, if you like our merch,
I'll tell you what's not going to be there, this Gucci hat, because you got to do fraud to get it. Oh.
How many hospices did you have open up, Christian?
That's for me to know, and for
Banta to go and find out.
Banta, yeah, Banta.
We'll talk about Banta later. He's not. He's on our list weekly.
Your shit list. Your shit list. No, Gio. The person I was talking to you about was the governor for New Jersey. So it says New Jersey Governor Mickey Sherrill releases a statement saying that for a year that there was a serious software error that led over 6,600 illegals being registered to vote. Gee, this is a freaking lady that said Trump has no integrity. that his elections have no his talk of election have no integrity or something like that. Always calling him out for January 6th and all that, so it's a little bit crazy, isn't it?
Why are you guys always bringing up stuff like that? Like,
Oh, Gio, I know. It was
man.
just backhanded, dude. I shouldn't even brought
Can you
it
guys
up, dude.
confirm where that information is at? I believe it's on the White House website.
I think it was because
One of the listeners is asking.
I clicked
I
on
think
it.
it's very important that we let them know.
He says it.
Jesus, what's up, brother? What's going on? I have not been so active on the internet, so I haven't been responding and listening to all the lovers, all the fans, all the compas out there. Look, let me finish
All
this
the
up real quick.
paisas.
Let me finish this up here real quick because it's important that we let people know that California is refusing to send the voter roll data. They're citing a federal judge ruling that the SAVE database violates privacy law. Yeah, some judge in D.C. They said that the federal government has knowingly trampled on privacy rights of American citizens. And you know what? I'm going to put my opinion in here.
Ooh.
My opinion, Christian, is I'm getting so damn sick and tired of these politicians and judges and everybody getting in our way. Okay? And I don't mean our like, oh, it's Republicans. No. You want to cry and bitch, go ahead.
Ooh.
But I'm as an American that votes, I want my vote to count, right? And I want your vote to count if you can legally vote,
Oh.
right? As an American,
I like legally voting.
I like legally voting
I like
too.
legally voting.
I think that if you vote and I vote, each of our votes should count as one. But if somebody else votes that shouldn't vote, their vote should count as 0, right?
Not even like 0.5.
Does that make sense, dude? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, a vote that counts as 1. A vote that doesn't count counts as 0. Okay. That makes sense.
I don't think
That seems easy.
I don't think they get it. I don't think they think like that.
Well, that just seems easy to me. And you don't get to go to a homeless person and be like, "Hey, do you mind voting?" Okay. If the homeless person wants to vote, and they're a citizen and they can legally vote, let them vote.
It's
right. Dude, that's what I think. If you can legally vote and you want to vote, go and vote. I don't care if you're homeless.
Yeah.
But if a homeless person wants to go and vote and they give them a list of maybe 2 or 3 names, now we got a problem.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to beat your ass.
No, Gio, I would even go pause a little deeper than that. When I saw on the elections for this 2020, I think
Yeah.
I saw somebody that I knew, voting, and I know which way they swing. No problem.
Yeah.
I still get along with them, whatever. But I saw this one person. It was a lady, lesbian. I'm just kidding.
I knew it.
No, she wasn't. She's not. She's this nice lady. That was mean to me.
Are you implying that if she was a lesbian, she wouldn't be nice?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Oh man,
I'm
I've
just
met
they're
plenty of
kind of
nice
cranky over
gays.
there. But she's kind of like late 40s.
Yeah.
Family friend. And I remember when she was walking out of the voting booth, she was walking out with maybe like not exaggerating, dude. I'm not exaggerating. Maybe like 9 geriatrics, dude, that couldn't like move. They were all on canes. And it's like she's rounding them up. She's giving them a ride to the voting booth.
Bro, this is what I said last time.
85
Keep
year
your
old,
old ass grandpas and grandmas at home. They don't have to live with their votes. They're gonna go home and die. Like the fact that they get to go home and die, and they voted for Becerra. Like they don't have to live with their consequence of voting for Becerra.
Because
we do. Let them stay home and die without voting. I hate to be mean.
Well, that's all. That's all I'm saying. It's, I know maybe they don't even want to vote. Maybe
Mhm.
it's the last thing on their mind. Maybe they do if they remember, that they do. It's my right to exercise my vote. But at the same time, like you said, like you mentioned, they're not gonna have to live with these actions. They're not gonna have to live with, and it's not really a vote. So is that still one vote, or is it, should we, after 60, or only people that have property, or you know what I'm saying? How far down this rabbit hole do we go to who can vote, to where the weight actually matters? Because I don't think the dude living in an apartment with 7 other dudes should be voting. You know what I'm saying?
We had a comment come in from, I won't say her name because I don't want to out you. Um, he said, "Bro, that's wrong. Nah, leave your old ass grandma at home. She's gonna die. She's gonna die, bro. I'm sorry, but
We're all gonna die to be.
we all die,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
But
But
it
but
gets
we
hairy.
have to live with the consequence of these old ass people and who they vote for.
Yeah.
And if somebody goes on, I don't know, let's just say CNN. Because I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you're talking about so and so because you said Fox News. I'm gonna say CNN. If somebody goes on CNN and scares all the old geriatrics, right? Because we know everybody that watches CNN, they're all old. They're on these pills. They're geriatrics. They're ready to pass away. They're just popping their pills,
They're
and they're
good people.
watching. And the Democrat candidate goes on there and he's like, "Don't vote for the other guy. He's gonna split the vote. You got to vote for me, or we're not gonna have any Democrats in the election, right?" And then suddenly the old person's like calling up, "Patty, Peggy, we need to go vote for Becerra because he said that we're gonna," like, okay, so now everybody gets scared. They all put in their votes, and then the other candidate, Tom Steyer, doesn't get enough votes, and he doesn't get to get through because your old ass grandma scared everybody from voting for Tom Steyer. Poor Tom Steyer, he was so qualified. Dang that! Dang it! Dang it! The billionaire Tom Steyer didn't get through because Becerra scared everybody away from voting for him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Con cuidado. I'm joking. Take your grandma. Take her to vote. I don't wish her to be sick. You know. Yeah, I talk so
Yeah.
freely because my grandmothers, rest in peace, they are gone. So. uh, yeah, you know what, Chris? There's a lot of comments. Everybody's really mad at me.
Well, dude, you're being nasty, Gio. I'm just saying, because it does get tricky. It does get hairy. Because if you're talking about, taking that away from, what age would you be like, 0.75 of a vote, you know,
Um,
1/3 of
at
a
what
vote?
point do we start counting them as slaves?
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh,
You
Gio.
no, you said the 3/4 vote.
Wait, wait, wait. No, no, I didn't say nothing. Don't you put that on me, Dewey. Don't you put that evil on me, Gio. No,
You said it, man. You said 3/4. You
Gio,
said 75%.
I'm saying, if you retired, your vote isn't
No,
that your vote isn't that strong no more.
obviously, I don't think that your vote shouldn't count. I just think that we shouldn't be taking advantage of our old people. And the primary elections, guess who votes? It's the old people. So when people all go in to vote in late October, early November, because we get to vote for like 7 months here in California. When we all get to go vote, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, "Hey, what the like? Where's Chad Bianco on my ballot?" People are going to be like, "No, no, 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 he's not there. You guys didn't go out to vote for him in June. Where's Where's that billionaire Tom Steyer? I wanted to. He's not on there. Matt Mahan, what the heck? I do the guy from San Jose. He's not on there. You guys all back Becerra. Oh snap! The guy that lost to 400,000 kids. The number keeps going up. I don't know what the number's at. I mean, when when we made this first reports, the first clips to you guys back in like January, February, the number was like 80,000, whatever it was. Now it's at like 1 million. He's lost so many kids. I don't know. I don't think that we've had that many kids on Earth. So I don't know what the number's at right now, but he's lost all of them.
He lost
Go
all of
check
them.
on your kids because
Yeah.
Becerra lost them.
I lost them.
What kids? Those are MAGA talking points.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, dude, I also saw that the U.S. Well, some sources, some people say that it was RFK, but I saw here that the U.S. froze $1 billion in Medicaid payments to California and Minnesota. I don't know what to do with that information, Gio. I just look at that and I go, damn. I got my Gucci hat on. They ain't gonna take this Gucci hat for that $1 million payment.
I don't
1
even know.
billion, Gio. I'm sorry. So
I don't, Christian, when it comes to this fraud stuff,
it's a lot of fraud, dude. Are we just? Is it just you and me not in it, Gio? Are we? How do we get in?
to our listeners, I don't know how we're gonna do it. We need to figure out how we can commit some fraud
I need
and
to
make
do
some money
fraud,
too.
dude.
No.
I got this
In
Gucci
all
hat.
seriousness, when it comes to this voter fraud stuff, Christian, I just look at what's going on in Riverside as an example. I go to Riverside because it's the active
Going on there?
investigation that is not active. It's the 40,000 extra ballots that they are sitting on. Well, they're actually Sheriff Chad Bianco is sitting on all of the ballots from Riverside.
Does he know he's sitting on him? Somebody tell him to get up. Someone tell him to stand up. He's gotta win. What the hell?
No.
Does he know he's gotta send those in the mail? What the?
No wonder we lost, dude. No wonder we lost.
Fuck.
No, it's a Proposition 50 ballots. You're right. I should clarify that election has been certified already. So those votes.
He never turned them in.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die on air. So Proposition 50 has already been certified. Big fact that seems to be left out of all the talking points from the ultra left wing talking points that Gavin Newsom and Rob Bonta and Becerra keep talking about Chad Bianco. Proposition 50 passed. Now, what happened in Riverside County is that they reported a certain number to the state as to how many people voted in the election for Proposition 50. That number is 40,000 votes higher than the amount of ballots they counted. So how do you have more votes than you have ballots? You can only have a vote per ballot, or a ballot, one vote, right? You can't have more votes than ballots. It just doesn't make sense. Mathematically, 1 equals 1. This is what we talked about earlier. 1 vote can only equal 1. So when they report to Chad Bianco, hey, there's something fishy going on, we only counted X amount of ballots, but they reported 40,000 more votes to the state. How can that be possible? And then the county goes, no, that's not right. It was only 300. What? It was only 300 only? I'm sorry, but there's some elections in California. Down in Bakersfield, I believe her name was Melissa Hurtado. She won in 2024, I believe it was, by 22 votes. 22 votes. And Riverside County is just like, bro, it's just only 300 votes. It was only 300. Ballot discrepancy. No big deal. Ignore it. And Chad Bianco is like, let's just count it. And then suddenly everybody throws a fit. Bonta's like, you can't do that. Shut it down. Shut down your stupid investigation. And Bianco's like, bro, a judge signed off on it.
Dude. There's a lot of audio of these people scrambling in the back trying to what do we do? What do we do with all these extra votes?
It's the new math. I do see your comments. I do see that the issue is deeper than that. Even if we got hundreds of thousands and millions,
St. Louis,
even of non-Democrat voters to vote, the voting machines are rigged, and that's where the issue needs to be fixed. I get it. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, man. No, man. Well, I don't know. You see a lot of. I think the word that they're doing, Gio, not, to kind of, is duplicate, right? I saw
Duplicate
Arizona
votes.
process 434,000 duplicate registrations. And that I think that's an election where like that Katie Hobbs won by 17,000 votes. So it's
It's funky.
and
It's funky. It's definitely weird.
it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
So here's the question for you guys, for the listeners. And you guys can answer this in the comments. You guys can hit us up on X, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, wherever you're at. Throw it in the comments. Here's the question. Do you think that states should be protecting privacy, or do you think that the states are hiding something?
They would never, dude. Shut up.
And if they are hiding something, how do you audit the voter rolls without access? Answer those questions. Are they protecting privacy, or are they hiding something? And if they are hiding something, how do we audit it without the access? I mean, that's a simple question. Because, like with the case of Chad Bianco, they're going after him. They are attacking him. Gavin Newsom has created a law that prohibits MAGA sheriffs. I mean, not MAGA sheriffs. That's what he keeps calling them. It's like, bro, he didn't even get the MAGA endorsement.
He didn't even get the endorsement, dude.
So Gavin Newsom keeps going after Chad Bianco, and he's like, he's made this law, dude, where you can't go and get the ballots. And he's making it seem like Chad Bianco has active ballots, like he's holding on to them, and we're withholding this election from going through. The election is done and over. Don't be confused. Don't be don't be misinformed. The election for Proposition 50 has already been settled. You know what? I live in a district in California. You remember when I told you, don't vote for this. Vote no on Proposition 50. We're going to have our voices stolen from us. You remember I told you that over and over and over? You know what I never did, Christian? I never went and looked at the map myself.
Who are you part of now?
My district has been divided into 3 districts. 3 districts. What the heck? And they're going to have a meeting coming up. I didn't even know this. Like, I'm so misinformed.
Where are you gonna go trick-or-treating now?
My best friend's wife goes, Gio, are you gonna go to the city meeting? What city meeting? She's like, well, because they're looking at low-income housing, something like that. I think she said low-income housing or
multi-family,
multi-dwelling, like apartments. I think.
Small.
I think she means apartments. I first of all, we don't accept poors in our city. We don't. I'm sorry. But right. Apartments.
Hey, before you go on, Gio, I want to say sorry. Gio's been out of touch today. He's been going after the old, the poor. It's in his Bible to not do that, but he's doing it. So
it's okay for Trump to do it, right? It's okay for Trump to do it, and everybody's like, "Oh, MAGA, get my MAGA hat, my red hat, baby. I'll get it in white. I'll get it in black. Never surrender, baby." 2020. 2016, 2020, 2024.
Trump never told my grandma not to vote.
40, 45, 46, 47.
Actually,
he's 40. Oh, yeah, he gets 46 because the auto pen can't go on there. It's got to be Trump. It's got to be Trump all the way through. 12 years, baby. And 28. Let's just run it again. And 32. I see the replay. I look stupid.
I just gotta watch it go, Gio.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Just
can you say sorry? Can you just say sorry to the commentors?
Dude, I don't get it. Like, why is it that Trump can go out there and crap all over Americans, but when I say it and I get upset that they want to divide my district up into 3 districts, and now they want to do
so you're mad at these old people,
sky rises or whatever they call these dwellings. Dude, they want to do things that we just don't do in my community. We just don't do it.
Dwelling doesn't sound
good. We have
good,
a way of life.
I don't want to live in a dwelling. I don't want to meet the people that say, I'll take the dwelling. How much?
We don't want no projects. We don't want no low-income housing. We don't want apartments. We don't want these sky rises.
Are we sounding like some Uncle Toms right now?
We don't want your Mexicans. We don't want your Salvadorans. We don't want your cans.
Hey, no. By the way, Gio, you're talking about what Trump can get away with. I'm saying right now, have you been hearing AOC talk? I think it was in South Carolina. I don't know where she was, but she was talking something like this. and we got to take care of
Yeah,
Alabama,
you sent me
and
that
we
one,
got to go
yeah.
ahead and take care of New Jersey, and we got to, and ain't no way, Ohio, Akron, we gon' shit. That's another reason why I wore my Gucci hat, dude.
Yeah.
If it's okay for her to do that stuff, dude, that's if it makes me so mad. We gotta go get Alabama. We all gotta go down to Mississippi, and we can't leave them behind.
Oh my God, Shane Lewis is in the comments. Shane Lewis for Congress.
I know,
You know what, Shane? I know I will announce for you. You totally disavow from Gio and everything he just said.
Yeah.
Shane Lewis, who's running for Congress here in California, my guy is going in. He is not scared of nobody. Look, he's running against another old lady. No,
Gio,
she's actually really nice.
Gio,
The lady's really
dude,
nice. Christian,
settle down.
I believe
dude.
that you might be living in his district, and you better vote for Shane Lewis. No, I actually
will
think
be.
you live. I think because you live in Atherton, you
Gio,
live just outside.
Gio, dude, I live in California, bruh. We do fried, bruh. You think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be hard, bruh? They do the Dems do it. I gotta ask one of my Dem friends and just go, hey, you do it. You do it. We'll be good.
The state is a servant organization. The state should have greater transparency than nonprofits are required by law because the people have no choice but to provide tax revenue. The federal government does share jurisdiction over elections, so it can ask for election results and ballots on federal elections.
And we're just not. And California is just not.
Well,
Sherry.
when you think about California Proposition 50, it was a special election. It was only in California.
It cost $1. No, it cost a bit of money.
Shane, I guess this is a question for you because you are running for United States Congress. For the 2026 election that we are about to go through right now, you will be on the ballot, which I hope that you win because I think that our area deserves not just a candidate like Shane Lewis, but a representative like Shane Lewis for us in the United States Congress, fighting for Americans, fighting for the illegals that are being taken advantage of. Like, dude, when I say Shane Lewis is like ready to go in and fight for everybody, Shane Lewis is ready to go fight. Because you are running for U.S. Congress and you are on the ballot in California and there are United States representatives being voted for throughout California, is that now considered shared with as a federal election, or is it only a state election? That is the question for you. Because so if a ballot has Shane Lewis's name on it because he's running for U.S. Congress, does that now count as this election this county can now be reviewed because it does cover federal elections? I'll let you answer that, and we'll get back to the people when you respond to that. ICE. Christian, we got to talk about ICE. I seen my boys leaving the facility today. They were rolling out deep. And I know they were going on an operation. I wanted to go with them. Let's get those kids. Let's round them up. No. Let me take that back. So ICE. Why couldn't they wait till tomorrow when there was one more? 666 California children detained. 408 deported. Since when? Since Trump took office. So the data, this is from EdSource. This has been reported through this has been reported through multiple outlets. That is through March 2026. So that, of course, has probably gone up. Of those 666 kids, 408, 61% of them, 408 have been deported. Christian, I'll let you step in because you want to say something, and then I'll hit you with the big bomb.
Okay, you go for that big bomb, but I just want to, in defense of ICE again. They're not again.
Yeah,
I heard those were really bad kids. I heard they sat
criminal kids, probably.
I heard they sat really too close to the TV. I heard they ate all the
tablet
chips.
Babies. Tablet babies, 100%.
They drank right out of the Tampico. So a little defense there.
Dude, they were not only were they drinking Tampico straight up, it wasn't even watered down, dude.
Yeah, no, these guys, these are 408 of the worst kids ever. So I'm
You
just
gotta go. You didn't water down the Tampico?
Yeah.
Straight up sugar? We can't support your
left the-
diabetes.
you
We
left
can't
the
just
water
support that.
running all night.
Can't support your type 2 diabetes. You gotta go.
I'm saying.
As jokes, guys, just jokes. Look, we're just trying to have some fun. Don't get offended. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
408 of the worst damn.
The worst.
Damn kids, dude. They were ditching class. They were
Crybabies.
Yeah, let me see.
A lot of silver teeth. A lot of silver teeth.
A lot of silver teeth. It was just honestly a strain on the economy for the silver teeth. We're running out of silver. It's dipped the market. I mean, it's so if you guys follow silver, you guys
a lot of buzz
know.
cuts. Lot of piojos. Lot of
Not enough shampoo.
Nobody wanted to sit down and get them and get the what do they call the eggs?
Yeah, the little comb.
I wanted to say Leandros, but they're not Leandros.
Yeah.
Anyways, of those 666 kids, at least 100 were under the age of 5.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Also,
and Christian, dude, I have a note here that is gonna completely destroy what we have just been making these kids out to be for the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
I know that we said they were Tampico, 100% Tampico drinking kids.
When you asked them
I know
for
we said they had silver teeth.
Like
I know there was a lot of buzz cuts and piojos, but you know what? The fact is, 0 of them had felony records, so they probably all had nice teeth.
Well,
they probably all had clean hair.
You don't gotta be a criminal to have silver teeth. You don't have to be a criminal to sit too close to the TV.
And the way it's set up, Christian, I know you don't have to have a record to have silver teeth, but I mean, kind of goes hand in hand. You know, you got first of all, you got your criminal record, you got your silver teeth, you're illiterate.
Yo, bro,
I bet you there's a lot of illiteracy in this list of 100 kids.
I heard one of the parents sent one of these kids to the store. Can I finish my joke? God. Fuck. Damn. You know, I don't even want to do it no more. No. Fuck.
Go ahead. No, do it before it gets. Okay. Do it before you kill it.
I heard one of these kids got sent to the grocery store, was sent for cabbage, came back with lettuce. That's all I'm saying. Get that kid. Now I gotta eat my sopes and my damn. Come on, unacceptable.
Oh my god.
Anyways, Gio,
you gotta eat pozole with lettuce.
Yeah, go on with your joke now, Gio. That you fucking.
I don't have any jokes. I'm not the joking kind.
Anyways, we're sad. We're sad. Back 100. These kids were not criminals. Back.
0 had felony records. 0 of these kids had felony records.
They better.
Are you guys sure about that?
The hell?
Producers better fact check that. Guys, felonies. We get felonies out like candy.
Not one jaywalk. Not one curfew.
Not one bank robbed.
You sure China didn't fudge these numbers?
Don't we get felonies for crossing the border? Yeah, Isn't that a thing? Isn't that why nobody wanted to vote for Bianco?
Not one.
Because he was going to give amnesty to all the felons that crossed the border. You guys got to fact check this stuff.
Yeah, because
I thought that's why Steve said don't vote for Chad Bianco. No, it's not. Guys, I'm joking about Steve. I like Steve. I like
Steve. I don't even hear the accent anymore, Gio.
You know what?
To be frank.
You know what?
Be Hilton.
You know what, Christian, you said it. I have to. I'm gonna embarrass my son here.
Oh no, dude!
You know what? He probably
in front of 23 people, dude.
Yeah, dude.
There's 23 people watching. You're gonna out your son in front of 23 people.
Yeah, dude. Look at this. Not only is he wearing a Steve Hilton shirt here.
Oh.
Not only is he wearing a Steve Hilton shirt, he's also got a bracelet going on there. You see that?
Oh,
Oh
dude.
man,
Listen,
talk about getting influenced.
you better check your son's closet because he's got a cricket in there. That looks very custom
He's
made,
got a
dude.
cricket.
He's got a cricket in there, dude. He's making those shirts at night, dude. When you're asleep, he's going, dude. I was never even a Bianco, bro. I was never a Bianco, bro, dude.
Look, here's the thing. I tell you guys, I don't manipulate my kids
I'm a hoagie
to
for
vote
Hilton.
the way that I want them to vote. I have to be completely honest with you guys.
Clearly, dude, he's defiant, bro. Your son is defiant.
My kids are rebellious. I make them sit front row at church, dude. They sit front row. I make them sit front
Good,
row at
dude.
church.
There's
And
no Gio. I agree, Gio. Look at me right now. Look at me.
I'm seeing you.
If the front row is not filled when you come into a church, bro, that front seat needs to be yours, bro. You can't people that sit in the back. Sorry to cut you off, Gio, but it really ticks me off, dude. When you go to church, whether it's Catholic or wherever go, dude, fill the very front, dude. If you think the spirit of God is there, dude, embrace it. Don't sit in the back. You know, be over here. Don't know nobody. Maybe the pastor's wife sits in the front. Well, tell her to move when she tells you to, but go to the front.
Christian, somebody asked, how do we feel about hashtag Lexit? Like, what do you mean?
What,
What does that mean?
dude?
What is
You're
hashtag
cool.
Lexit?
Lexit's cool, I guess.
I mean, am I supposed to hate Lexit?
Dude, I don't hate him.
Before we
We're
continue,
gonna be the bigger man.
Shane answered the question. Federal, according to SCOTUS, that's the Supreme Court of the United States, Boss versus Illinois State Board of Elections, as a candidate, I can challenge election results. I have legal standing. Ooh. So it is. It's
in the pudding.
Yeah, nice. How do I feel about Lexit? I don't know. Do I mind Lexit? I mean, have they unblocked me yet? Can I comment on their stuff? I don't mind those guys if they want to sit down for lunch and talk over things. You know, they might have gatekeeped us in the beginning, but
I think they gatekeeped hard.
Now.
I think they were gatekeeping, and I think.
But Christian, you know what? You know, not a lot of people deserve the stage. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people deserve it.
Maybe we didn't.
And they wanted to protect it.
They wanted to.
Look, you know, you don't get frequent Latinos here. You get a lot of people in here, but it's not a lot of Latinos. So protect it, I guess. On the other hand, I am the person that reaches out to people. Like you know, Michael, if you are watching, I'm sorry. We need to go live together. We need to go live together.
Pause.
You know, the Gloria Romero interview threw me off, and then last night I went to go to a Romero event. I have gone from Bianco bro to Romero sis. Okay, not SIS.
You're shaking that tail feather, dude.
A Romero cis male. So back to the story. I want to give you guys some real cases on these foil kids, these silver teeth kids.
Oh,
real cases.
I thought you were talking about Lexit.
One of the kids was a 17-year-old honor student in Guatemala. Go ahead, Christian. Say.
No. I thought you were talking about Lexit when I said losers. I don't want the people listening right now to confuse me calling those kids losers. I was calling Lexit losers. Okay.
You don't have to be losers, Lexit. You could be winners.
You don't have to be losers.
You could be winners. Hit us up.
You acted like girls.
I'm not gonna beat somebody up in a wheelchair. You know? Dude, I'm sorry. Let's move on. Moving on. 9-year-old to Honduras. A 9-year-old will ship back to Honduras. Not cool. 6-year-old deaf child. Oh, snap. A 6-year-old deaf child to Colombia.
They got a deaf child?
Dude, not only did we ship a 6-year-old deaf child to Colombia, we sent him without hearing aids. You guys are evil.
Who's he with?
You're going to hell.
Who's
and
this deaf kid with that they didn't give him hearing aids?
They said, get him some freaking hearing aids. Don't they give him away at Walgreens for free?
Dude, isn't he illegal? He could have got them for free.
Just give him a little cochlear surgery and send him home. I mean, this is what.
Dude, they give these cats free. There's something special with this kid. He's half American or something.
messed up, dude. It actually sounds worse than it probably is.
Yeah.
I'm sure in Colombia they'll give them hearing aids, right?
Chill. I would've been.
250 sent to family detention in Texas. 250 kids sent to family
It's hot
detention.
there, dude. Don't they got tornadoes going on over there right now?
Hang
I
on.
hate to be in Texas.
Yeah.
Where you gotta yell at your kids again, Gio?
I think so. Oh no! I hear. I see what's going on. No, because I can hear something. I'm like, is somebody knocking on the door? No. They're playing soccer. They're still in their World Cup feelings.
Yeah.
They're actually happy, right?
Or they wanna
I
spank.
am an Argentina fan, right? So I cried when Messi lost.
Bet you did.
They are Yamin Lamal fans.
Yeah.
And they were Yamin Lamal fans at the beginning of the World Cup. It wasn't like, oh, Spain made it. Like, my daughter got the jersey before it started, and I'm like, who is this guy? And I made it perfectly clear to her from the very beginning that she's 8 years old. She's not allowed to have a boyfriend for the next 25 years. She's not old enough yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we move forward. Proposition 39. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about this. I don't take this hat off because
What happened, Gio?
actually I gotta leave the cap on because what if we make clips,
Yeah,
we have to put stupid like logos and stuff. People gotta know. People gotta know, first of all, we're Latino free minds. And secondly,
we do fraud.
We could do fraud. That's why he's got the Gucci hat.
Is
Is that Gucci or what is that?
It's
I don't know
Gucci,
my
baby.
brands.
This is real Gucci, dog.
Is that like
My
real?
brothers.
Like it
My
really
brothers.
exists and you bought it in San Francisco on Pier 39, or it's like real,
AOC.
you bought it at the Gucci store?
The way AOC was talking, dude, she's looking at this podcast. She's going, shit.
It's as real as AOC's accent.
That was damn nice one.
Proposition 39. Dude, this one's unverifiable right now. I've searched online, but I did see Carl DeMaio and David Tangipa reported that Bonta is changing the ballot language for Proposition 39.
Oh, no,
We
not
need to be aware.
again.
Oh, they're gonna get us again?
They're so good with their words.
So I don't know if this is accurate or not. I don't know if this is accurate or not.
Hold of a dictionary, man.
Here we go.
Wordplay is crazy.
The original ballot language that we think it should say, that was filed on September 19, 2025, says establishes additional voter identification and citizenship verification requirements. It seems neutral, factual language. What they say Bonta is changing it to. Shoot. Saying it's changed to prohibits citizens from voting unless they present government-issued identification. Prohibits citizens from voting unless they present government-issued identification. Do I have do I not like the language on it? I don't know. Sounds pretty clear to me. So, what Proposition 39 actually does? I think you guys should know, because I don't know how you're going to vote on it. I don't know if you're a yes or a no on Proposition 39. So I want to tell you what it's actually doing, so you can be informed when you go vote. Preferably when you walk in to vote for St. Louis. All right. In person, you got to show government ID. And whether it's a real ID, driver's license, it's got to be real, right? If you're voting by mail, you have to provide the last four digits of a government ID on the envelope. Okay, so they have to be able to verify it. You can't just put like a smiley face. You can't just sign it anymore. You got to provide the last four digits of the government ID. And for the people that say, oh, well, this is racist because people can't afford IDs. If you can't afford the $23 for a driver's license, the state will provide free voter ID cards. You need an ID. You request it from the state. They will give it to you for free.
New York says that their minorities don't even know how to work a computer to to get an ID.
You know what? I didn't even get the details if you have to do this on computer or if you can go see a person. I'm sure because us minorities can't use computers. I'm sure that they will have a person. They will have like a like the yeah, they will have help for us. I'm sure. We're dumb. We're so stupid. Government maintains accurate. Biggest part of this, the government is of California is required now to maintain accurate rolls, reports citizenship verification percentage annually. Okay, it's a mouthful, but you maintain their accurate rolls, and you have to report back the citizenship verification. You know what? Sometimes I can't get the words out, and when I was a kid, I remember my mom and dad used to argue. That's not how you say it. When he would say English words, and he would get mad like, "Ah, es que mi lengua no me deja." Is my tongue doesn't like let me spit it out, right? And I feel that just like switching between Spanish and English, and now I'm like I got a big tongue. All right. Back to the story. So here's a question for the listeners, Christian. If Title 39 has been revised to prohibit citizens from voting unless they present government-issued identification, and that's from the alleged revision, it frames it as restriction and not requirement. Do you think when it comes to Rob Bonta, if he's the one that's changing this, did he change the wording to confuse voters? Right? You decide. Put it in the comments. Is Rob Bonta trying to confuse the voters? I don't want to be biased. Okay? I don't want to be biased. You let us know what you think. We'll move on when we get responses from 100 of you. I'm just joking. We're gonna move on. Go ahead and fill in the comments.
Drop a W in the chat.
Dude, this is the part of the show that I've been waiting to get to because I'm about to go off.
Oh,
This is
you're
gonna be
mad.
fun. Yeah,
Where you mad at?
just a little bit. Look. I'm gonna preface this by the interview we did with Steve Hilton.
You
Will
guys
be
did an
airing
interview?
tomorrow morning. We did an interview with Steve Hilton. It was good.
It was
Okay,
good.
we talked about things.
Things
We
are good.
aired it out,
Aired
right?
it.
Am I getting rid of my Bianco flag? No.
No, still Bianco Bros for life.
No,
Bianco
I
baddies.
Bianco bro for life, bro. Dude, I got it tattooed. I got it tattooed. So, it will all Bianco
back.
my Bianco 26 tramp stamp will be there forever. Relax, dog. Relax.
Chill.
Look.
Chill.
It's fine. I just wear high-rise jeans. It's not a big deal.
He was kidding, dude. He got his lips right.
Bianco. Oh God. All right. Let's talk about this.
Okay, you're mad at Bianco. You got his tattoo on your back. Go on.
I want to talk about a little pastor from Southern California. Big pastor. Big time. Big dog. The big dog. First of all, before I talk
and
about
Alabama
the pastor,
and Mississippi and
the Mississippi and Tennessee and Georgia and Florida and I'm just a girl from the Bronx, you know. So before I move on, I just want to say, I know the election has been certified. The primary results, Becerra got 28% of the vote. Hilton got 25%. Those are the two that move on. Steyer got 23. My guy Bianco allegedly got about 10%. And I can live with that. I can live with that. Do I wish more people had voted their values? Absolutely. Absolutely. Would I have been okay if it was two Democrats and everybody can come out and say they voted their values? Obviously, the Republicans, if you voted your values, I stand with you. I stand with you. The Democrats, we all know you didn't vote your values. 28%? What? Who voted for Becerra? The Latinos? The Latinos? Well,
The Democrats were like,
I guess you just don't know what's going on. I guess you're just not informed.
Who's gonna let me eat babies?
Eat babies, lose babies,
Huh.
send them to factories to work type babies,
Well, I
send them
can't.
to work on the roof, they fall off the roof type babies.
I can't vote for Katie Porter.
You gotta get these babies out of here. We can't
Maybe
have them here at the
Maybe
border.
Tom Steyer.
But Sarah, we gotta vet them. No, Henry Ford would be so disappointed right now.
I heard there's 408 really bad ones that week.
All right.
Anyways,
so,
we move on. Anyways,
yeah.
Hilton.
So allegedly, well, it's not alleged anymore. The election was certified. Bianco was eliminated, and it's Becerra versus Hilton advancing to November. So now I want to talk about, oh boy, the old pastor from Southern California. Do I even say that his name is Jack Hibbs? People might disconnect if I say that his name is Jack Hibbs. I'm checking with the producers before I mention that. The pastor I'm about to talk about is Jack Hibbs. I'm not gonna mention it on. We're live. Just bleep it. Bleep it. We have a delay, right? No? Oh, I guess we live with it. What Hilton did. You know what? I have it here.
Today, Junior.
I know.
Today, Junior.
I know.
What movie? Is that
was
Thomas
Billy
the
Madison?
Oh, okay.
No, I think it was Billy Madison, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I thought
when he was sitting in class.
Yeah, he goes today,
dude. Hey, when Trump was talking on Saturday, I was like, hey, Junior. I thought of that. I swear I thought about that.
Today, Junior.
I want to read this message from Jack Hibbs. Oh, so last week we announced that Chad Bianco endorsed. He endorsed Michael Gates. I am behind Michael Gates 100%. I've been saying it for a long time. I think Michael Gates is great. We need to get Bonta out of there. You know, sick of him and his crooked ways. Let's talk about this guy, Jack Hibbs. I don't want to hate on him. You know what? He's a man of God. He's a man of God. I don't want to hate on him. The things I'm saying is not against. They're not against his church. They're not against his doctrine. The things I'm about to say are against the political motivation. Okay? Okay? I'm going to read this message out because Chad Bianco did come out and endorse Attorney General candidate Michael Gates. Great decision. I like that. I'm going to be staring down at my computer screen for a couple minutes because I got to read this. And this is just a response. This is Jack Hibbs' response to the fact that Chad Bianco was questioned, will you be endorsing Steve Hilton? And Chad Bianco was like, absolutely not at this moment. He said something like, not at this moment. Whatever he said. But he said not at this moment, which is fine. Dude, you got to understand something. Steve Hilton did something that no Republicans have done ever done in opening up at least two websites, right? blmbianco.com and amnestychad.com. He crapped on Chad Bianco with Bianco's own words, and that's fine. Steve, we can get you with your own words too. That's what Bianco came back with and said. I'm not trying to hate on Steve. This isn't about Steve. This is more about Bianco and Jack Hibbs, who wrote this response to Bianco saying that he's just not going to endorse Steve Hilton right now, right? And all I'm saying is I completely understand where Chan Bianco's coming from. Don't hate me, don't hate the player, hate the game. This okay. This is Hibbs's response. This is all caps. Should I read it like it's all caps? This just might be our last chance to save California. And this goes to regular font. Because there's not enough Republicans in the state of California to make a difference. We are going to need many Democrats to be brave and strong and to come on over to vote for Steve Hilton. If there's going to be any chance for the good in our constitutional republic, we the people, the citizens, must unite to select a person who is qualified and passionate about maintaining that republic. A responsible voter, a true patriot, does not pick up their toys and leave them when things don't go their way. My feelings are hurting right now. The days are few and the hour is late, and we will soon be selecting a new governor to take over from where Gavin Newsom has left us. One thing is certain, this coming November, California has a chance to elect a kind but fierce warrior who is highly skilled and exceptionally qualified, Steve Hilton. The alternative is Javier Becerra. I say Javier because that's how he spelled it, with the J. Javier Becerra, an individual who is unfit for public service. Oh, I mean, you see his name everywhere. It's an X. Just like America, California is worthy of our personal sacrifice, even if that means trashing our own self-seeking desires. Putting California first helps ensure a better California for our children and our children's children. It's not about any single individual. That would be cult-like and narcissistic. Wisdom demands that we be qualified as voters and choose to divorce ourselves from ourselves, to do what is right with what we have done before us. In the Bible, Joshua said, choose today whom you will serve. That challenge wasn't between this person or that person. It was between two gods. One that is false and man-made versus the one and only true God who is. This same God gave us California. But will we be mature enough to unite together to rescue California from the godless Democrat agenda? I'm spitting over here, I'm sorry. Failure to do so reminds me of a word. That word is petulant. Petulant is a noun that describes the state or quality of an individual who is being unreasonably irritable or ill-tempered and is self-absorbed. It typically manifests as being childish, sulky, displaying peevish behavior like whining, pouting, or snapping at others. I guess you're preaching to me now, Pastor. To the Christian community. Bro. To the Christian community, I ask, what will you do with the opportunity, the talent, the ability to let your voice be heard for what is good and righteous compared to abandoning your post and leaving the state of California in the very same hands that have ruined it? Please join me as we pray, vote, stand, and serve the state of Israel. Oh, he didn't put that last part in there. I threw that in there. I threw that in there for effect. I bet we lost a lot of listeners, a lot of people that are like you, self, flat, just here we go. Kristen, you ready?
Ready.
Good. I'm about to get fired from Latino Free Minds. The American Geo is going to be freelancing. You just let me know where to send my applications. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of church communities that will not be accepting my application after right now. And that's okay. I don't
You have
care.
to apply to go to church?
I don't know. I never applied to go to. Listen, the churches I've been to, look. People have asked me in the past to go to the churches, but after I go in on Jack Hibbs, I might mark a lot of these churches that I have attended off the Zionist funded list. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Look, Jack Hibbs. I'm all joking aside. I don't mean to go on the Israel stuff. You know, I love the nation of Israel as much as the next Christian. But as a disciple of the Lord, I think you need to leave the politics of this alone. Okay. First of all, the fact that you chose to endorse certain people and not others, that's okay. You're allowed to do what you want to do. I mean, sure, you led your congregation to vote for the less Christian of the two candidates that we had available to us that could have won. That's your choice. That's your church. Even though your church has a large influence on other churches, that's your choice. You didn't endorse Sonia Shaw. That was weird. She lives in your vicinity,
Super
right?
weird.
Dude, like everybody endorsed Sonia. I don't want to seem like it bothers me that you don't like Chad Bianco. Because I believe that you're allowed to. I believe that you're allowed to vote for who you want to vote for. Pastor Hibbs, if for
Just not if
some
you're
reason,
old.
Christian, I don't think that he's old enough to not make the list that we were talking about earlier.
You were talking about.
Pastor Hibbs, if you believe that Steve Hilton was the God-fearing candidate that you chose to endorse, then so be it. A lot of people called you out because they were like, "Oh, he doesn't believe in. He's not a pro-life guy. He's not against gay marriage." Okay, I'm not even gonna hit you there, dude. My brother in Christ, that doesn't. You know what bothers me, Christian? You know what bothers me?
What grinds your gears, Gio?
What grinds my gears is that he chose to come after Chad Bianco after Steve Hilton decided to go after Chad Bianco.
Ooh.
The Amnesty
some
Chad,
kissing
the
going on.
BLM Bianco. You know what, Pastor? Thank God that Chad Bianco was the sheriff of Riverside County. Thank God for that. Because you have congregants that live in Riverside County. If it wasn't Chad Bianco that day to de-escalate the situation, what would the rioters have done? What would they have done? We saw what they did in Los Angeles. We saw what
got
they did in
nasty.
parts of San Bernardino. We saw what they did all over California, all over the country. What would they have done in Riverside if not for Chad Bianco? There must be a strong church with strong prayer
Thank you,
in
Chad.
that area that led to them having a fighter of a sheriff like Chad Bianco. Look, I get it. I understand how blessed Riverside is because I live in Fresno County and I had an amazing sheriff, Margaret Mims, who also stood up for us. And you know what? I am grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to go out and shop and buy the things that I needed to buy. I was able to go out and do things like get haircuts when that was finally allowed back. allowed to go to church and not have to worry that the sheriffs would kick in the door. Guess what? Riverside County was also allowed to have church and not worry that the sheriff was going to come kick the door down or his deputies were going to come kick the door down. People were allowed to go get haircuts and trims and get their hair painted. People were allowed to go to work. People were allowed to go to school. But you forgot about all that, Pastor. You forgot about all that. What is it, Pastor? What is it that led you to not... You don't have to endorse Chad Bianco. You didn't have to do that. Right? Maybe he didn't earn that from you. I don't know. Maybe somebody didn't donate a parking lot to you. Maybe you needed a new sound system. Maybe you needed the VBS needed new stuff for this summer or last summer, or maybe the I don't know what it was. I don't know. I'm not saying that certain campaigns or other people donated to the church to get endorsements. That's not what I'm saying. Maybe that is what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. It just grinds my gears that you want to go after the guy that stood up for your congregation, the people within your congregation. Is it because he goes to Sandals? He doesn't go to your church. He goes to another church. Is that what it is? Does that offend you? Is it because he's too Christian? I've heard that before. I've heard the rumor that you and your circle around you has called people in that called you out and asked, why didn't you back Bianco? Because he's too Christian. That's just a rumor that I've heard. It's unsubstantiated. I don't live in Southern California. It's just what I have heard from people down there that have gone to your church. I hope that's not true. I hope that's garbage. I hope that's vomit, right? But to go after the guy because he's upset and he doesn't like the fact that he doesn't want to endorse the guy that came after him and lie. Just played out these lies about him and attacked his campaign. So what? So what? What are you doing? What are you doing? You and these other Steve Hilton supporters that are going after the Bianco voters in the comments, you guys have I put videos out there and then I have comments that are like, are you going to endorse Steve Hilton? Are you going to admit that Bianco, dude, the vote was certified. This video has nothing to do with Bianco. It has nothing to do with Hilton. Like, what are you doing? You're a dumbass. Like, dude, I'm over here trying to get Democrats to look at our side. I'm over here trying to get MPPs to look at our side. I'm over here trying to get the independents to look at our side. And you're in the comments like a dumbass. If you don't endorse Hilton, then we're gonna lose. Look, if my 10,000 followers, if my 20,000 followers, if my 3,000 followers are the reason that Hilton loses, first of all, it's not going to be. But if it's the reason,
we're going to win, Gio.
It's not being.
Oh, did I say we?
It's not going to be because of me. It's not going to be because of me or my videos.
I will blame you.
Dude, I'm trying to wake them up. I'm no longer running out here telling people to vote for Bianco. I'm telling them to open their eyes and pay attention to the left. So if they are looking at the left and start getting informed and go, oh shit, Scott Wiener is doing all these bills and Bonta, did you see what she did? If they're waking up to this stuff and they start learning, well, don't you think they're gonna go and vote for the guy on the other side? Keep attacking us. Go ahead and keep attacking the Bianco supporters. because the only way to fracture the party is to keep going after the people when they're down. You know, we have what, 4 or 5 months to get over it and move on and go vote for Steve Hilton, but you just keep piling on. You keep going after Chad Bianco. And you know, it's not that Chad Bianco's not a bad guy. He's a great sheriff. He's a great candidate. He just wasn't high in the polls. Wasn't that it? Wasn't it vote for Steve Hilton because Bianco wasn't high enough in the polls? Wasn't that the reason why we weren't supposed to vote for Chad Bianco? And we came out and said, dude, don't pay attention to the polls. Go vote your values.
Oh,
I'm
well.
sorry, Pastor. I have values. I'm sorry that I live by my values. Oh, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I don't know what to do with your message that you're sending out to the Chad Bianco supporters. It just doesn't make sense to me. You're dividing us. Are you looking for an excuse? Are you looking for people to turn and go, oh, Steve lost. Look, I don't want this to happen. I don't want Steve to lose, but if he loses and November 3rd comes around and we're like, oh my God, whose fault is it? It's the Bianco supporters. They didn't vote for Hilton. Is that what it is? Are you looking for an excuse for November? Are you already looking to build Chad Bianco up as your scapegoat? Is that what's happening, Pastor Jack Hibbs? I think you're looking in the wrong place. You're focusing in the wrong place. Instead of going out and saying, guys, Chad Bianco was an awesome sheriff. He does a good job for his community. He proved himself in 2020. He did a great job. Him, other sheriffs that stood up for their communities. He did a freaking good job. And you know what? He had a lot of supporters. They were good people. Right? They're woke. They are awake to what the left is doing. Let's unite. Let's take this opportunity to come together and unite. Not because we all agree that Hilton was the better of Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton. Because you might not get all of us to agree with that, Pastor Jack Hibbs. We might not all agree that Steve Hilton was better than Chad Bianco. Just go ahead and accept that. But we are ready to accept that the options are not Chad Bianco, Steve Hilton, and Javier Becerra. We accept that now because it's already been certified. We acknowledge that the option is Javier Becerra and Steve Hilton. For me, as the person that doesn't go rah-rah, pull out my pom-poms, and oh, great Donald Trump, Lord Donald Trump, who has come out and replace Jesus because he posted that on his True Social that he's the new Jesus, and put it on the picture. I know that's gonna upset some people. I'm sorry, you MAGA loyalist.
You just love bringing people down, don't you, Gio?
I know, I do.
Well,
I'm sorry that I might be hurting feelings, but for you folks that are just like, yeah, Trump said vote Steve Hilton. Oh, our next president, JD Vance. Who's gonna win? It's gonna be so big. It's gonna be so grand. It's gonna be so amazing. JD Vance said vote for Steve Hilton. Steve Hilton's the guy. Oh, okay. That's not enough for me. I am a win my vote type of guy. I'm not going to vote for you because you're Republican. I'm not going to vote for you because you're Democrat. You know why? Because I've been a loyal Democrat. You know what else I've been? I've been a loyal Republican. I walked away from the Democrats after Obama. I just felt like I was manipulated. I started to open my eyes to a lot of fraud and waste and funny business. And I was like, you know what? I was a huge Trump supporter. And I would get into arguments with my dad, with my father-in-law, with my mother. I would get into arguments for Donald Trump. since 2015. When he walked out on that Fox News stage, and I was like, dude, Donald Trump actually makes a lot of sense. I thought he was going to be a big joke, and he made a lot of freaking sense. Shut up, Adam Francisco. Vote for open borders and trans and kids. Don't be retarded. Don't be an idiot. I've now woken up. Yeah, vote for aborting kids. You know what? When I go and interview organizations that stand up against abortions, that are going out there and finding and fighting for these girls that are grieving because they've gone through abortions, and men whose girlfriends or wives have aborted their children. When I'm going out and doing that, and you're here in the comments talking crap, go ahead. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not just going to go out and vote Republican because you got an R next to your name. You need to prove to me. You need to prove to me that you're going to fight for me. See, this is why I fight. This is why I'm willing to fight for people like Lorenzo Rios. This is why I was willing to fight. I'm willing to fight for Shane Lewis. I'm willing to fight for Sam down there in Oxnard. I'm willing to fight for down in Bakersfield, Guillermo. Yeah, they're Republicans, but they're Republicans worth fighting for. They've earned my fight. Steve Hilton hasn't proven himself to me yet. Am I saying that I'm not going to vote for him? No. Am I saying that I'm going to go vote for Javier Becerra? Hell no. No. I know what Javier Becerra's failed at. I know what he's done with kids. I know what the Democrats have done. I don't have to vote, though. You got to earn my vote. And to go out there and go, oh, you guys, Chad Bianco is being selfish. I don't think that he is. I don't think that he is. You have a campaign that opened up 2 websites again. Maybe it wasn't Steve. Maybe it was just somebody made mistakes on his campaign. So his campaign opens up 2 websites against him, and he publicized it on the debate stage. And there's an influencer that got upset that Latino Free Minds collaborated with him, and it hurt her feelings, and she went out and cried, and she shared this email from a Steve Hilton campaign, an official email that came from somebody very close to Chad Bianco that called Steve Hilton a piece of shit. And I was like, a lot of people were stuck on what was said in the email. I, on the other hand, saw it as, wow, I can't believe that a campaign shared an email with somebody outside of the campaign. That's weird. That just seems weird to me. Yeah, Adam. I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm not. I see where you're coming from. I see that I've been there where you feel like, dude, if you don't vote Republican, we're gonna keep getting this. And I've come to a realization that in California, it's not about dividing up all these Democrats and winning all Republican. Because you know what happens when one party rules the state? You have corruption. You don't think the Republicans aren't going to get corrupt? I hope not. I will be there to fight it. But, you can't fight everybody. What I'm looking for in California is balance. And if that comes through Steve Hilton, then it comes through Steve Hilton. Am I endorsing Steve Hilton right now? Not yet. He's got to prove it to me. I am still a Bianco bro. That doesn't mean that Bianco's going to get my vote. For those of you that keep saying, I'm going to go write my vote, I'm going to write Chad Bianco in on the ballot. Stop saying that. Stop. Let this be the last time you say that. You can't write his name in. You don't even have the option to write his name in. You can not vote. But you can't write in Chad Bianco. First of all, there's not enough of us. And secondly, it's not even possible. Welcome to the jungle primary. I'm sorry to be the one to announce to you that since 2012 you haven't been able to do that. We have 2 options. we have Javier Becerra or Steve Hilton. Okay. Now we've interviewed Steve Hilton. If you've
It-
seen the promo, we talked about it. I mean,
Hey,
Daniel opened
Gio,
up the episode. Yeah.
I got baby girl calling me.
Take it, brother.
I'm gonna head out. You handle what you gotta handle with Steve.
Oh, this is not even about Steve. Steve's a good guy. Christian, you have a good week.
Have a
I'll
good one,
close it out
Gio.
with prayer. Don't worry.
Close it out. You
Uh,
better. You better. And
you're dropping. You're out of here.
leave the old people alone. Okay.
I can't promise that. Oh, thank you, Christian. I'm gonna keep going in just for a few minutes. I don't know where I was, but look, Steve Hilton is a nice guy. He's a good guy. He's always been respectful to me in person. I've met him before. I met him before we were Bianco Bros. We interviewed Chad Bianco, and we had like a quick street meeting with Steve Hilton. Did he expect it? No, we just knew that he was in Fresno, so we went to go meet him. He was very respectful. He's always been respectful to me, but we backed Bianco because the more that we got to know the candidates, the more we leaned towards the sheriff. And yeah, sure, we're loyal, but that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna choose to vote for a certain candidate. You just need to prove to me that you're the guy to vote for. Do I think that come November, Steve will be able to convince me? I give him a very good chance. Yeah, I think he's got a good chance that he'll get my vote. Will I endorse him though? Will I tell all my family, yeah, go out and vote for him? You know what I'll promise you? Adam and everybody listening, here's what I'll promise you. I won't promise you that I am going to tell people to vote for Steve Hilton, but I will promise you that I will tell people not to vote for Javier Becerra. At this moment, you got that guarantee. Don't vote for Javier Becerra. Clip it, share it. I don't care. I'm not going to vote for him because he's going to be the first elected Mexican governor of California. I'm not going to vote for him because he is from my hometown, Sacramento. I'm not going to vote for him because, like myself, his parents came from Mexico. I don't care about any of that. I don't care where you're from. I made jokes in the past about why people have come to me and said why they were not willing to vote for Steve Hilton because of his accent, because he's from England. And every time I've said that, I gave you my honest opinion. I thought it was stupid. I think it's stupid that you won't vote for a governor because they're from another country. I mean, think about it. He's not running for president. That's a requirement. You have to be a natural. You have to be American born to be the president of the United States, but not to be the governor. If you're qualified, you should run because we should elect the most qualified person. And is he the most qualified? I don't know yet. Honestly, I look at the resumes and I'm like, Javier Becerra's got a freaking good resume. Let's just be honest. He's held some positions. Now, was he good at those positions? That's a different question. Just because he was the director of HHS doesn't mean he did a good job. And in fact, I hear he did a terrible job. I hear he lost a lot of kids. I hear that a lot of kids were put in danger because of him. He was the Attorney General of California. Man, that's a great thing to have on your resume. Didn't do a good job at that either. So are we willing to give him governor of California? I'm not. I'm not willing to. Will I allow him to come on Latino Free Minds and try to convince voters? Oh shoot! If he wants to come on Latino Free Minds, he's more than welcome. In fact, he is invited to come on Latino Free Minds. It's not going to be easy though. I'm gonna come after you. You should see the questions I had for Steve. Did we get to ask them all? Nah, we didn't get to ask Steve all the questions. But I prepared some tough ones. Daniel prepared some tough ones. Danny prepared some tough ones. The production team, dude, we had pages and pages full of questions, and a lot of them were tough. We had to whittle it down, and some of them were in there. Some of them were in there. So Javier, I can't promise you that it's going to be an easy one. We might tear you up. We might bring in some MAGA talking points, but I don't know. I'll leave that there. But Pastor, please, I just ask that you just pray about it. Okay, Pastor, I'm bringing it back to you. This is no longer the message. I'm for the Steve loyalist in the comments. The loyalist, cut it out. Stop being stupid. You're the ones that say we need to unite, right? I agree with you. We need to unite. That's not the way to do it. Back to Pastor Hibbs. You know, we're both members of the kingdom, and you know, it makes no sense for us to fight. It makes no sense for us to argue. We might not agree on everything in doctrine, but I'm sure that we can both agree that our Lord and our Savior is Jesus Christ. And I'm sure he does not approve of us fighting over government candidates. Yeah, let's leave it alone, Pastor. Let's leave that alone. You know, we've got sermons to give. We've got some discipling to do. We've got souls to save. You know, I'm involved in this stuff. This is what I do. Latino Free Minds. We get out there and inform people. We're allowed to get emotional over it. But you're a man of God. That's your calling. Your calling is to serve. Your calling is to pastor. Focus on that, brother. Focus on that. They need you. The congregation needs you. Right? They need you to disciple. They need you to share the gospel with them so that they can get trained up and they can go share the gospel. And this political stuff, it's not about that. Yeah, there's fights that there's times that we need to go up to Sacramento and fight for parental rights. There's times that we need to go up and fight for rights for the church. Beating up the sheriff of Riverside because he won't endorse Steve Hilton is probably not the fight that we should be fighting him. I don't know. That's that. We'll leave that there. To everybody that tuned in today, thanks for sticking around for that little rant. Hopefully you learned something today. When we find out more information about this Bonta situation, God, you know, Tongipa reported it, and DeMaio reported it. I'm pretty sure it's real. We need Proposition 39 to pass. Voter ID is needed in California. I think it's needed at a federal level. But if they can't get it together out there, we at least need to get it together here. And we cannot have the state lying to the voter. I'm sick of that. I'm so tired of going to vote and reading the stupid proposition 4 times because I don't know if voting no is no or voting no is yes. I'm just, come on. We need voter ID. We need to figure that out. And California GOP or the California Republican Party, the CRP, that's a terrible crap. Get it together. Start pushing Proposition 39. Stop staying quiet. First of all, stop staying quiet. We all donate good money to you guys to be vocal. Right? You need to get out there and fight. Condoleezza Rice. No, not Condoleezza Rice. Another CR. Warren Rankin. Get up. Get up. I've seen you do it. Go and fight for Proposition 39. Get up and fight for the down ballot. For goodness sake, you got good candidates. You got Shane Lewis that needs to win. These seats that we need to overturn and make Republican, not just because they're Republican, but because they're willing to fight and do things at a congressional level, like Shane Lewis. We need to fight for people like Kyle Kirkland. I wasn't a Kyle Kirkland fan, but we need somebody new in that district. And he wasn't my first choice, but we need to win that. We need to turn things around in DC. We need, I know that you say, oh, Massey's a rhino and blah, blah, blah. You know what? There's a lot of people that vote in line with MAGA that 6 years ago, we all would have been calling rhinos. Let's not kid ourselves. Anyways, we need to vote those people. There's people like Leticia Castillo that needs fighting for. So, yeah. Get off your butt and start fighting for these people. I mean, look, Corinne, if you are not willing to get up and fight for these candidates, who will fight for you next year? Who's going to fight for you? I think you're up for a vote, right? You're a re-election. I look, I can't honestly say that if I was a delegate that I would vote for you. I mean, there's a lot of fighters that didn't get through. Proposition 50 failed. I take it personal. I live in a district that's going to get divided up. You didn't fight for me. You didn't fight for California. You didn't fight for our voice. Right now, you are not getting my endorsement. You're not going to get my vote if I'm a delegate. You need to fight for us now. I don't think it's too late for you. I'm not saying that you're done, you're out, never Warren Rankin. No. All I'm saying is get up and fight. We need you to fight now. Carl DeMile's been saying it over and over. You don't hear him? Now Latino Free Minds is calling on you to step up. We can't be the only ones fighting. Elizabeth Barkahana can't be the only one out there making content for you for Republicans. You need to do it too. You get all of our donations. You have the money. What do you do with that money? I'm sure you're doing good things, but we don't see it. We're not seeing the wins. Please get up and fight. I'm not big enough for this battle. Elizabeth Barkahana, she's got a lot of followers. She's not big enough for this battle. I'm trying to think of other influencers. Informed with Anthony. Love Informed. Anthony Cabasa, I'm a huge fan. All right. And the people he has on his show, Jorge and I think they Araceli, they do good work, but do I think that they are enough even together? Ramin, my boy Ramin. I love Ramin. I love all the content that he does. I watch every video. I try to remember to hit like on everything because sometimes you watch that video and you're just like, you get so mad or you get so excited, you get emotional and you forget to hit that like. I try to make an effort when I see a video that I like, comment, like, hit the little thing that pumps them up. Do that for the people that you like. we can't do this. We can't do this. We're just online people. We're just people that, Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, people come home and they watch a 30, 45-second clip from us, and that's it. That's all we get. What are you doing? What the hell you're doing? I'm one person. We are a 6-man team at Latino Free Minds. We're a 6-man team. And that's aside from the production team. I'm talking like the actual public people, the people that you guys see. There's 6 of us. Myself, Daniel, Danny, Christian, and there's a new member. I haven't met him in person. And I want to say Jaden, but I know online he goes by Jay. So I'm pausing because I'm like, do I call him Jay? Follow him. Uh, let's call him Jay. Let's go with Jay. Our newest member. There's 6 of us publicly, right? And even with the 6 of us and Elizabeth Barkahana and Ramin and Informed with Anthony and Araceli and we have a great stable of influencers. I don't know if any of them get paid by you. We certainly don't get any help from the Republican Party. We certainly don't get help from anybody but ourselves. We don't even make money from the social media. Like, I pay for my own equipment. I bought these lights for my kids' YouTube show. I I I bought this stream deck thing for my son's YouTube channel. I mean, everything that I have, this microphone, I just bought it with my own money. Uh, we're not getting help from anybody. We're here fighting because one, we want people to be informed. That's our biggest goal. But we are fighting for our kids. We are fighting for the future of California. I've said it before, and Chad Bianco said this, and I believe him when he said it. He did this for his grandkids. I do this for my kids. I have a son. He's 14 years old. He's going into high school. In 4 years, he will decide what college he's going to go to. Do I think he's going to go to college? I do think he's going to go to college. I don't know where he's going to go, but if he's a bright kid. I don't know what the future brings. I was kind of a troublemaker in high school, so yeah, I didn't go to MIT. I didn't go to Texas A&M. But if he continues down the path that he's gone down, I have since the first or second grade in the summers, I would have him doing coding. Um, I had him doing technical things. So my guess is that he will go to a college that focuses on STEM, maybe Cal Poly, maybe Texas A&M, maybe MIT. But I would expect him to go to a college like that. And if he happens to leave California and goes to like, let's just go with Texas A&M, right? It's a great school. I have friends that have gone to Texas A&M, very respectable school. If he goes there and studies, gets it done in 4 years because he's got his nose in the books. And after those 4 years, he decides, hey, Dad, I'm going to graduate in June. And I'm so glad that you allowed me to come here. You helped me fund this education. You helped me get through this. I will be proud. But if he says, I really like it here though, Dad. And I met a girl, or I found this company that I like, whatever it is, and I think I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna try it out. Man, I will be so heartbroken. Why won't you come back to California? Dad, I remember you talking about how bad it was. And Javier Becerra was the governor. And I remember you saying how bad it was under Newsom and how much worse it was under Becerra. And even if the next governor in November voted in as Republican and tries to balance things out, it's just not for me, Dad. I can't go back to California. I'm at least gonna try it out here. And dude, I will I'll be heartbroken. And you know what? You know what's gonna suck even more is that I know that in another year I'm gonna have my twins will be going off to college, and what am I gonna do then? Oh, don't go to those good colleges. No, just go to Berkeley and get your mind poisoned at Berkeley. Get your mind poisoned at UCLA or USC. I don't care if they're liberal schools. Stay in California. You think I want that for my kids? You think I want to force them to stay here? No. If we don't fight now, our kids are gonna leave. If we are raising our kids, right? If we are raising our kids right, and we are raising them to keep their eyes open to manipulation, to fraud, waste, abuse, if we are teaching them these things, then what? What are we to expect when they grow up? For them to grow up and become liberals and want to stay at schools at schools here in California? Nah. Nah, they're gonna want to go to these schools out of state. They're gonna want to go down south. They're gonna want to go to these big colleges that they see on TV. Dad, I'm gonna go play football at Ole Miss. Dad, you know what? I'm gonna go to Florida, and they're gonna go there and they're gonna fall in love. They're gonna fall in love. I promise you, they will. You think they care about humidity? You think a 21-year-old is crying about humidity? They're not. Yeah, that's why I'm fighting. That's why I do it. So, Corinne, I just my last plea, please, please, California CRP, California GOP, whatever you guys want to go by now, do something. God bless you guys. We always close it out with a prayer. Somebody said, you need to put it out in the universe that California is turning red. Don't even make a statement that so and so will be governor, not even as a joke. Yeah, yeah. No, you're right, but the statistics don't back what you're saying. ICE, yay or nay? Yeah, ICE is doing their job. ICE is just doing their job. Do I agree? Am I okay with what they've done in Minnesota or Austin? I think it was in Austin, right? Where they've killed American citizens or the guy that got shot in the head. I think he was illegal. No, absolutely not. I think those officers made huge mistakes. Mistakes is a strong word. But do I support that we have agencies that are upholding our laws and there are agents within those agencies who are doing a good job? Do I think that they're doing a good job? Absolutely. Absolutely. They need to keep doing what they're doing. But as an organization, they should probably train better, specifically in those areas. California, they have a lot to deal with. There's a lot that California ICE agents have to put up with. And yeah, they're not out here killing people. So yeah, step it up out there. Um, yeah, but um, I don't want to say your name. I don't like to say names because I don't like to put you on the spot. But statistically, we don't stand a chance to win the next election. Steve says not to put that out there, and I think he's putting out a good message. But 60-40. Here's the thing. Since we've had the jungle primary in 2012, statistically, the Democrats have won 60% to 40% in nearly every election. I get it. it was, we've had 38%, we've had 44%, but it's in that range. It's going to be hard. We do all need to unite, right? And that's why I say, you Hilton supporters that are like really diehards, good, you're a diehard. Get out and convert people to vote. But you don't do it by forcing them. You don't do it by making others feel stupid for backing a different candidate. You don't do it by yelling at somebody that others like Chad Bianco. Oh, you got to endorse Steve Hilton. No, he doesn't. He's allowed to be upset. Um, and at this point, does it even matter? Does he need to endorse? Does that make you feel better? Do we think that that's going to convince others to vote for Steve Hilton? No, we need to stop that. We need to move on from the primary and go into the general. And at this point, it's the two candidates that are running, and they're the ones that need to convince us. Not Chad Bianco, not Tom Steyer or Matt Mahan, Swalwell, Porter, not Tony Thurman. Piece of crap. Why did I say that? Because of California AB 181. And yeah, we got a lot of piece of craps in the Republican Party too that voted for AB 181. When Obama had his ICE raids and deportations, there were no outcry from liberal politicians. There was, it just wasn't loud. And when it happened under George Bush or Bill Clinton, sorry, we didn't call it ICE back then. They've gone by different names. But yeah, there's always been outcry. It's just never been loud. It's loud when it's a Republican president. Anyways, I thank you guys all for tuning in. Let's close it out with a prayer. If you're looking for a church and you can't find one, there's churches everywhere. But if you can't find one, I don't know, hit us up. Get to church, man. These governors can't save us, but Jesus can. Heavenly Father, we come before your throne. We thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for allowing us to all come together here and share this moment. For the people that sent in their comments, Lord, I thank you for sending them. I know that you sent them for a reason, not for me to argue with, but for them to help sway the discussion here. I know there's a purpose for everybody. I ask you, Lord, to dismiss us from this session, dismiss me from this session, and bless me, bless our listeners, and most importantly, Lord, as we go into this election season, we ask you to give us the strength and the ability to be able to talk with others, to do so carefully, informed, and with just the right temperament. That's the most important thing, to give us the temperament to be able to talk to others and convince them of which person to vote for, and give us the discernment to make sure that we are sharing the right people out there. Because not just because there's an R or a D or a I, whatever letter is next to somebody's name, it might not be the right candidate. Make sure you Lord, give us that discernment so that we are sharing the right people. Because California needs it, Lord. And for our listeners outside of California, let's be honest. This country needs your help. We were built as a nation to serve you, Lord, and we need to get back to that. Thank you, Lord. I praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today to Latino Free Minds. For those of you that stuck around for the rants, I appreciate you. It's not always like this. We're more about informing folks on what's going on. we try to focus on California, but I always try to bring in things from outside. You know, we talked about Iran today. We talked about the fraud that Donald Trump has announced and brought to our attention. You be the judge on that. Go look at the data. Go look at the information. Dig it up. Most important thing for us at Latino Free Minds is that you guys are willing to go out and get informed and share that information. And like I said during that prayer, do so with the right temperament, because going out there and yelling at everybody isn't going to change people's hearts. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope to see you guys again next Tuesday. Tomorrow, again, we will be releasing that Steve Hilton interview. I think it was a good one. You guys let us know in the comments. Thank you so much. God bless you.